ripped off his pants and began beating him with the leather strap. One kept hold of a gun to his head. They took turns flogging him with the strap. Their talk, vulgarity, and profanity became worse with each blow.
The Klan will not be defied! I could barely endure the pain. I prayed for it to stop. Nothing in my life had prepared me to deal with this. Not even the Great War. I couldn't even tell what they were shouting anymore. They were like a pack of wild animals.
Who's gonna kill him now, boy? Huh? I'm still looking for them 21 days. Clue, Black, Klan, who are they? Where are they? Huh?
And then, just then, one of them said something that was just unbelievable.
Let's not kill him.
The hell you say? I'm damn sure gonna kill him. You want to identify this with the sheriff?
The sheriff ain't gonna do squat.
Oh, he isn't got no foot of the Klan, and neither was that DA. This pervert ain't talking to nobody.
He's feared. We'll send him right back to Dallas. He'll speak to no one.
But if he does,
Even if he does, who in this county is going to stand up to us?
Yeah, nothing happened to those boys who taught that fancy pants monkey a lesson down in Maynard.
you can noodle, would you? That's because the Travis County Sheriff and the Austin Chief of Police are both Klansmen, KC. It's a little different around here.
All right, Murray, all right. We don't need to kill him now. You get the point. We just need to make sure that once he leaves, he never comes back. We'll just stop short of killing him.
And what's everything just short of it?
You're going to love it.
As soon as I felt the sack being pulled off my head, I could smell it. The thick, acrid smell of hot roofing tar. Pour! Ah! I could barely shut my eyes in time. God, it was so hot, it was so thick, it was impossible to breathe through. It was soon down into my hair, my eyes, my nose, my ears. It was dripping down on my shoulders. I was sure that I'd suffocate.
Stay gone, mister. You ever come back, we will kill you. Either way, goodbye.
Guess you will never defy the Ku Klux Klan again now, will ya? Yeah, looks like a target now, don't it?
Just like that, they got into their truck and drove off. They were still laughing as they drove off.
What did you do then, Mr. Burleson?
I managed to feel around the chain, and then I was able to unwrap it from the tree, but it was still locked too tightly around my neck. And the tar was down in my eyes. But as soon as I could tell where I was, I could scarcely believe it. I was at the park next to the fire station. They had done this to me right in the middle of Taylor.
And once you were loose from the tree,
I managed to make out a light across the street. It was only across the street, but it just felt so far away. So I'm stumbling through the dark, and that chain feels so much heavier now. But I keep looking at that light. If I could just make it to that light. And then the next thing I knew, I was lying in a heap on the porch of Harbor House. And Mrs. Harbor was yelling at someone inside to call for help.
Mr. Burleson. Robert?
see in this courtroom any of the men who attacked you on Easter Sunday? Him? Casey Baker. And him? Murray Jackson. It's funny, isn't it? What's that, Mr. Burleson? Harbor House. It's called Harbor House. Thank you, Mr. Burleson. You can rest now. Thank you, Mr. Moody.
My lord, he's going to his mother. Behind the R's, I'll convey myself to hear the process. And as you said, and wisely was it said, 'tis meet that more audience than a mother, since nature makes them partial, store here. Fare you well, my liege. I'll call upon you ere you go to bed and tell you what I know.
Thanks. Oh, my offense is rank. It smells to heaven. It hath the primal eldest curse upon it. A brother's murder. Pray can I not? My stronger guilt defeats my strong intent. What if this hand were thicker than itself, with brother's blood? Is there not rain enough in all the sweet heavens to wash it white as snow? Well, what form of prayer could serve my turn? Forgive me my foul murder. That cannot be, because I am still possessed of all the effects for which I did the murder. My crown, my own ambition, my queen. May one be pardoned and retain the offense. Oh, wretched state! Oh, bosom black as death! Help, angels, make a save! Bow, stubborn knees, and all may be well.
I'll do it. He's a prayer. Now I'll do it. A villain sends my father to heaven, and I, his sole son, do this same villain send to heaven. So this is not like it. He took my father from me. His crimes broad blown. 'Tis heavy with him. And am I then revenged? To take him in the passage of his soul when he's but seasoned and prepped for the journey? No! Sword. And no, the more horrid hint. For when he isn't gambling, or drinking, or in the incestuous pleasure of his bed, or about some other act, with no relish of salvation in it, it his soul may be as black as hell, where to it goes. My mother stays. This physic prolongs thy sickly days.
My words fly up. My thoughts remain below. Words without thoughts never to heaven go.